Everyone knows Laguna Beach is beautiful. The beaches, the ocean views, the charm, the art, the lifestyle, and honestly, it deserves every bit of that reputation. But after helping people move here for years, I've noticed something more interesting. There are a handful of things that almost everyone is surprised by after they arrive. Not because anyone is hiding them, not because they're bad, but because they're the kinds of things you don't fully understand until Laguna Beach becomes part of your everyday life. So today, I want to share 7 biggest surprises about living in Laguna Beach. Some are practical, some are emotional, some are things I hear from clients over and over again. And if you're considering a move here, I think these insights will help you better understand what life in Laguna Beach actually feels like beyond the postcards, the Instagram photos. So let's get started. I'm Clara with Anvil Real Estate. I help people find not just homes, but the right home and lifestyle fit here in Laguna Beach and the surrounding coastal communities. And one of the things I love most about my job is helping people move beyond the surface level understanding of a place, because Laguna Beach is much more beautiful than just the scenery. It's a way of living, and sometimes the things that surprise people the most end up becoming the things they love the most. Surprise number 1, the beach stops feeling like a destination. This is probably my favorite surprise because before people move here, the beach often feels like an event. You pack for it, plan around it, make a day of it. It's something special, something separate from everyday life. But once you live in Laguna Beach, something changes. The beach becomes part of your routine. You stop thinking about it as a destination. Instead, it becomes part of your ordinary life. Maybe you walk down to the ocean before you work. Maybe you stop by for 10 minutes after running errands. Maybe you watch the sunset while walking your dog. Or maybe you simply drive past it on your way home. The surprise isn't how often you go. The surprise is how normal it becomes. And yet somehow it never completely loses its magic. I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of living here. The extraordinary slowdown becomes ordinary, and that changes how you experience daily life. Surprise number 2, every neighborhood feels like a different town. This surprises almost everyone. People often think Laguna Beach is one thing, one town, one lifestyle, one experience, but the reality is very different. North Laguna feels different from South Laguna. Top of the world feels different from the village. The village feels different from Laguna Canyon. And those differences are much bigger than people expect. For example, someone may fall in love with Laguna Beach after visiting downtown. They imagine coffee shops, walkability, restaurants, and beach access. Then they buy a home in a hillside neighborhood, and suddenly their daily life looks completely different. Not worse, just different. This is why I spend so much time helping clients understand neighborhoods rather than simply homes. Because in Laguna Beach, the neighborhood often shapes your experience just as much as the property itself. And honestly, that is one of the things that makes Laguna so special. There truly is a version of Laguna for many different lifestyles. You spend more time outside than you expected. Even people who don't consider themselves particularly outdoorsy often tell me this. The environment naturally pulls you outside. You start walking more. You spend more time on trails. You eat meals outside. You linger longer at the parks. You notice sunsets. You find yourself choosing outdoor activities without even thinking about it. And I don't think it's because people suddenly become different. I think Laguna simply becomes and makes being outside easier, more enjoyable, more inviting. The weather helps, the scenery helps, the culture helps, and before long, outdoor living becomes woven into your everyday routines. It's not a special occasion anymore. It's just how life happens. Are you ready? Surprise number 4, the pace of life feels different. Now, I want to be careful here because Laguna Beach is not slow. People are busy. Professionals work hard. Businesses are active. Life still happens. but there is a different energy here, a different rhythm. People stop to watch sunsets. They sit longer over coffee. They take walks without needing a destination. They spend time outdoors just because. And for many people moving from larger cities or more fast-paced environments, this shift is noticeable. You begin realizing that not every moment needs to be optimized. Not every day needs to be rushed. And while that sounds simple, it can have a profound impact on the quality of life. I hear clients describe it in different ways. Some say they feel calmer. Others say they feel more present. Some say they finally feel like they're enjoying where they live instead of simply passing through it. And I think that's one of the hidden gifts of Laguna Beach. Real quick, if Laguna Beach has been on your heart and you're trying to figure out your next step, you don't have to do it alone. I help people make thoughtful moves that fit their life, not just the numbers. If you want support, call or text me at 949-998-4866 or go to clarablunt.com, or you can email me at clara@anvilreinc.com. Now let's get back to it. Surprise number 5, parking matters more than you think. Okay, let's talk about something practical, because not every surprise is emotional. Parking. People rarely think parking when they first fall in love with Laguna Beach. They're focused on the ocean views, the beaches, restaurants, lifestyle, the parks, tennis. But once you live here, parking becomes part of your everyday life. Guest parking, street parking, garage access, summer traffic, weekend visitors, these things matter. And depending on where you live, they can significantly impact your daily experience. Now, this isn't a reason not to move here, far from it. It's simply something worth understanding and considering, because the homes that create the best long-term experiences often aren't just the prettiest homes. They're the homes that work well within your lifestyle. And parking is one of those details that becomes much more important after move-in date. Surprise number 6, Laguna feels smaller than people expect. This is one of those surprises that people feel. Laguna Beach has a global reputation. People visit from all over the world. It's famous, it's recognizable, and yet, once you live here, it starts to feel surprisingly small. You see familiar faces, you discover favorite places, the barista knows your order, you run into people at local events, you begin developing routines, and gradually, Laguna starts feeling less like a destination and more like a community. The sense of connection is something many people don't expect, especially if they're coming from larger cities. And I think it's one of the reasons people become so attached to this town. There is a genuine sense of place here. Surprise number 7, your priorities may change. This might be the biggest surprise of all. Many people arrive thinking about homes, square footage, bedrooms, garages, views, lot sizes, price points. And of course, those things matter. But over time, I see people's priorities shift. They start valuing experiences over the space. They care more about location than square footage. They prioritize walkability, nature, beauty, and lifestyle. They begin making decisions based on how life feels, not just what looks good on paper. And honestly, I think that's one of the most fascinating things about Laguna Beach. The environment has a way of reminding people what matters most to them, not because someone tells them, but because they experience it firsthand. If there is one theme connecting all 7 of these surprises, it's this. Laguna Beach changes the way people experience everyday life. Not dramatically, not overnight, but gradually. You start noticing things more. You spend more time outside. You slow down. You develop routines that revolve around beauty, nature, and connection. And before long, those things become part of who you are. Laguna Beach is not perfect. No place is. There are always trade-offs, there are challenges, there are realities that come with living in a coastal community. But for many people, the surprise they discover after moving here end up becoming the very reasons they stay. Not because life becomes easier, but because life becomes rich, more intentional, more connected, and perhaps a little more beauty. If you're thinking about moving to Laguna Beach and you'd like help understanding which neighborhood or lifestyle might be the best fit for you, I'd love to connect. Clara@anvilreinc.com, 949 888-998-4866. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I share weekly videos about Laguna Beach, neighborhoods, lifestyles, real estate, local insights, and what it's really like to live here. I'd love to have you join our community. I'm Clara Blanc with Anvil Real Estate, and I look forward to helping you find the place that feels right for you.